Hello, I've decided to do a little bit of an update on the auto feed because I want to check whether it works okay myself in 19. Plus I forgot to give a little tip on what I do with water to save you a few journeys, trips. So I've changed it around a little bit. I've got the sheep area now. I'm using an in-game one, so we'll forget about you can put the water in. Because you could be using a custom pen, so this will work with the custom pens. So I've got a shed hole over, because if it rains we don't want the hay or whatever feed spoiling. If you're using seasons, we don't want that spoiling in the water, so I put this little lean-to on the shed, and I went a little bit bigger than I did on the last one. So we've got 3 feeding that one and this one over here. Hopefully it'll work. I'll bang it on a bit of a fast forward time and we'll see what occurs. I've put some wood chips down, covered this area here so it stays clean. Grass can't go on the top of wood chips. So hopefully everything's tickety-boo. We'll see how things go. Now with the water, if you've got seasons you're going to probably use this pump. Leaves them at 15% minimum in the trough. But what I do is just to make things easier, and I'm using a small water butt just for demonstrations. You could use a big one and just leave it here. You can get yourself a cheap tractor. I mean, this one I think cost me about 2,400. Just a cheap tractor. Even with as long as you're not pulling anything around, you can use a great big silly tanker. So I put a water point in. Any water point will do, that you can get your free water from. I'm using this little standpipe here. Okay, so you pull your trailer up, bring it along with a great big tractor if you need to, or wagon, truck, whatever. Then attach your little thing that you don't mind leaving here, if you're going to leave it static. Now you'll see start filling comes up at the top left, and as soon as I start filling I have the chance to overload, so I can keep filling and this will save you multiple trips going to wherever your water point is. So I'm filling the trough now, and I'm filling the we'll let that run down a little bit just to show you. It's still going in the sheep. I'll fill that back up. There you go, that's ready to go for the next time when they need water. Didn't even have to turn the tractor on. So you just need the cheapest tractor you can find, and any tank, big tank, little tank, Thomas the Tank, anything that'll put water in there. That is tickety-boo. So I think we'll have a go at speeding things up and see whether this actually works or not. To be quite honest, I did the last video in a bit of a rush just to help somebody out who was asking how to cut down his time. He's spending a lot of time feeding his animals. So I've got around 100,000 litres in here, probably just short, about 90,000, something like that. It depends what shed you get, what length you want to go. Ignore this racking. Okay, let's give that a go then. Go straight to 120. And we'll see what it goes. I've got the fastest eat that's supposed to be take a lot of feed, these sheep. So we'll give it a little whirl. You will have to, when you come into a new save game, you'll probably have to check that these are all turned on. Because like a tractor, if you left a tractor running, you need to start the engine up. So when you come into a new save game, every time you start a game, you'll probably have to just turn these on. Okay, I'm sorry it's night time. I didn't have one of the belts switched on or something, I don't know. Anyway, we shall, excuse me, go down to here. As you can see, 100% cleanliness, water, grass, hay, my other suffix if they are about. Yeah, there, that's the other ones I've got. So they need water. But these are pretty okay. So you can see the feed is going to constantly go in there. We've got everything turned on now. I was a bit of a pudding. I missed something out. So we've got this will feed into there. That'll feed into there. That will feed into there. And this and this. And then of course we have the come over here. And that just to top the water up. If you can afford to leave a trailer here, you don't have to keep running backwards and forwards with lots of. Obviously, you'll have to move these if you want to get a wagon in. What you're going to do it once a week, once, well, I don't know. But like I say, you'll just have to turn these on at the start of when you start your new game, you know, your new day or whatever. You turn your game on. You're going to have to start them up the same as you would a tractor. But then you can quite happily go away and leave them auto-loaded. Oh, the days come. Turn my torch on. Well, let's see if this needs water now. Oh, they're actually taking it out the tanker. By the looks of things, yeah. So, this tanker's actually topping up. They trough until that runs out, so that I've learnt something new myself. But just a little setup different than the other one with the little shed I showed you. I mean, you could have a ridiculously huge big shed with another driving area. I just keep dumping grass down here. You don't have to move these at all. It depends what shed you use and how you want to go, but I just threw this one down. I was getting a little bit of trouble actually with the place here. It was the first shed I got to be able to put down. But you don't need something as substantial as this. You can go with a little one in my last video. Just a little annex to cover, just to cover this, so this doesn't get wet in the rain. And there we go, people. In fact, Let's turn that down a moment. So we'll just check again. That's not the one. They look nothing like sheep. What's going on there? There we go. Water is still topped up. Oh, what's occurring? Just check. There we go. I think I had it too far over. I'm not too sure. On the last, when I set it up just before, I think I had it a little bit too far, and it wasn't playing ball. Because when I tried to unload the belt, it says not allowed here. So there we go. Things seem to be working tickety-boo now. Why is this one not? There we go. Okay, I hope that was a little more informative and a little bit different than the last one I just showed you. Like I said, you can do this with all sorts of feed. You could even, with the pigs or the cows, if you're not making TMI, you could do it separate. You could have a shed here with, I don't know, your root crops in, one here with your barley, wheat or whatever it is for your pigs, and another one with your canola. So I'd have multiple belts going in. Depends how complicated you want to make it for yourself. But that's just a quick, easy way. So if you've got a load of pig food or a load of TMI at your cow shed, that's that. And what I didn't show you was the quick way, just to, so you're not running forwards and backwards with, see, I'm overloading all the time there. But we could fill this up. I left it overloading, but there we go, I didn't know you could do that. But there you go, people. I hope that was a little bit more informative than the last quick one I just did. Okay, thanks again. 1010 till we do it again.